Let's switch our attention to a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man some 2 hours later, heading uptown to the offices of a certain metropolitan newspaper, where Peter Parker, staff photographer, has a late day appointment.
Whew. Never had a swing across town wear me out so much. Must have caught a virus when I was up in Canada. Not used to that kind of 0-degree weather. Well, can't let it stop me. I've got to deliver these pictures.
You don't look too well, Peter. Bit of that London flu going around?
I guess so, Mr. Robertson. I'm just not your picture of help.
Don't let Jameson see you. Our lovable publisher is likely to have you locked up for contaminating the office.
Thanks, Robbie. Jameson will flip when he sees those photos of the Hulk and Spidey. He may hate my web-spinning alter ego, but he knows as well as I do, Spider-Man sells papers. The way I feel right now, selling papers is about my speed. The only thing for me to do is get home, fast as I can, which means it's time for Spider-Man. It'll be nice to get back, have a long talk with Gwendy. It's been days since I spoke to her. And what with Harry's problems this morning, well, it'll be nice to have a talk.
Harry, I'm sorry. I failed you in every way a father can. I should have realized those friends of yours, what they were doing to you. But how could I have known? Our enemies are everywhere. Men trying to ruin me, corrupt you, my only son. Enemies surrounding us. Spider-Man! So you've come to gloat, have you? To see what wreckage you've made of my life, my hopes, my dreams. I'll kill you for this. I'll kill you. No, you're vanishing. You can't do that to me. I won't let you escape me again. I won't.
And then, all at once, the delicate tissues of Norman Osborn's memory collapse, and a flood of images, past and present, run through his pressured brain, reminding him, tormenting him, until he can stand it no longer.
Spider-Man is my enemy, my mortal foe. Of all the men on Earth, he is the one I must most despise. For he is the man who keeps me from myself. He is the one who made my mind forget that I am the Goblin, the Green Goblin. And because of what he's done to me and to my son, Spider-Man, the cursed Peter Parker, must die, die, die.
Minutes later, in the apartment Peter shares with Harry Osborn, we find...
Poor Harry. I wish there was something I could do to help him. If only Peter could come back and we could talk about it, and maybe understand what went wrong in Harry's life to make him what he is.
For Gwen Stacy, Peter's beloved, the answer to that question is about to become abruptly clear. But for our web-slinging hero, still several blocks south of the Upper East Side pad, that's one dramatic revelation momentarily delayed as...
Oh boy, almost lost my balance that time, and my head. Being a dashing costumed crime fighter isn't all it's cracked up to be, especially when it comes to time off for medical benefits. Normally, with Gwen waiting, I'd sneak in from the roof, but now, it's all I can do to get inside, even if... Oh my lord. Gwen's handbag, the one I gave her for Christmas, and a goblin's lantern. Osborn must have snapped, come here to find me, and found Gwendy instead. The state Osborn's probably in, he could do anything. I better find him fast, and hope he hasn't had a chance to hurt the lady I love.
Now it begins, what will soon become the most tormented quest of this young man's adventurous life, and a turning point in a certain costume hero's tempestuous career.
It's just my luck. I disappeared for a weekend in Canada, flit around playing international detective, and as soon as I get home, hoping for an evening alone with my girl, she gets snatched by a crazy businessman in sea green long johns. The question now is where? All I've got to go on is my spider sense, and it's leading me toward the George Washington Bridge. It figures Osborn would pick something named after his favorite president. He's got the same sort of hang-up for dollar bills.
Spider-Man, or should I say, Mr. Parker, I have your woman up here, my friend. I trust you understand what that means.
You tell me, Goblin.
It's quite simple, Web Spinner. Your presence in this world has been a source of constant agony to me. I wish you to leave it permanently, or else Gwen Stacy dies.
That cuts it, pumpkin boy. Up to now, I've been real friendly, considering your problems and all that. But Buster, when you start threatening my girl, the kid gloves are off.
A most chivalrous attitude. Pity you won't live to enact it.
You know something, Goblin? I think you mean it. Close, very close. My cold's making me so dizzy, I can hardly keep my balance. Don't dare try anything tricky. Once the Goblin catches on to how sick I am, I've had it. So, I'm gonna have to cut this short, get my lady love out of here, and finish things with Gobby later.
Rash fool! Your end is near. Why be so blind as not to see it?
Now I've gotta move now. I may not get another chance. And for Gwendy's sake, I've gotta make this one count. Spider strength, if ever I needed you, I need you now. Don't bum out on me. I don't have enough energy for another try. I've gotta put everything into this one punch. You understand, Spider strength? Everything I have! Gwen! Looks like she's in a state of shock. I'd better get her into a hospital. Have them give her a sedative of some kind.
You cursed interloper. You'll never take that girl anywhere. She's doomed, do you hear me? Doomed, and so are you.
Gwen! No! I've gotta catch her. Stop her fall before she hits the water. I've got to. Did it! Spider powers, I love you. Not only am I the most dashing hero on two legs, I'm easily the most versatile. Who else could save a fallen girl from certain death? Gwen? Hey kid, what's wrong? Don't you understand? I saved you. You can't be. No, oh, no. Don't be dead, Gwen. I don't want you to be dead. I saved you, honey. Don't you see? I saved you.
Romantic idiot! She was dead before your webbing reached her. A fall from that height would kill anyone before they struck the ground. But for you, my friend, death will come more quickly and more surely than the shock of a sudden fall.
Wrong, Goblin. You're the creep who's going to pay. I'm going to get you, Goblin. I'm going to destroy you slowly. And when you start begging for me to end it, I'm going to remind you of one thing. You killed the woman I love. And for that, you're going to die.
At last, we can tell you the title to our tale, though it's one title we hoped we'd never see. We call it The Night Gwen Stacy Died. And you can be sure the story doesn't end here.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man.